Hello and welcome to our reading for the week of November 5th through 12th, 2023. This is my first stab at doing readings by individual sign. If you're familiar with this channel, if you end up enjoying this reading, if it resonates with you, please like and subscribe. This reading is for Virgo. I'm assuming it's a Virgo sun, but for some people this may have to do with your ascendant, your moon sign, or some other significant Virgo placement in your chart, if you know what that is. I'm going to be doing my astrological spread, and I always use the cartouche cards, and I couple these with tarot. So let's see what Virgo needs to know for this week. Okay, so Okay, so far so good. I'm just looking at things. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be some changes that you might need to make. Some of you might be taking a long trip because I'm seeing something there. Some of you may be doing something within your home with another person. That's just what I see kind of off the top right now. And let's see what we get from the... Ooh. Okay. Let's see what tarot has for us to say for us for this. Okay. Wow. Okay. And then we're going to put these two here. Okay, so onward. Okay, so Virgo, let's see, first house here. Okay, we've got an interesting juxtaposition of cards here because you have the Ten of Swords, which indicates something definitively coming to an end. Now, first house has to do with your personality, how you present yourself to the world. It's Aries energy. It's you and how people see you. So there's something here coming to an end, but we also have the Ankh, and the Ankh here would indicate self-love, self-care, focusing on what works for you and not necessarily what other people burden you with. So the fact that I'm seeing this here, this kind of indicates you need to do away, whatever, if you've had a certain, there seems to be the end of some kind of way that you have been with people or some kind of expectation that people have of you. So just for example, and I'm not saying this necessarily applies to you here, but just for example, if you were always the kind of person who, I don't want to use the word doormat, but if you kind of always allowed people to kind of talk you into things all of the time, and maybe you didn't stand up for yourself, this kind of indicates to me that you may be focusing more on what you need, and you may be like, you know what? No, time to set some boundaries here. Time to end this, what you might feel like is like a feeding frenzy or a drain of your energy. It seems like there's going to be more of a focus on who you are. And this is good in this sense, because this means getting rid of something that's needed to go. And you will feel so much better once you have done that. Okay, second house has to do with your finances. It's Taurus energy. And wow, okay, Ace of Pentacles with Urias. Now, Urias is a card of the unexpected. Sometimes in the financial houses, it can indicate you ending up with a lot of money somehow, but also it's kind of saying be secretive about it. Like there's a sense of not being open with Urias. Like you may end up with something and kind of keep it to yourself. But we have it here with the Ace of Pentacles. So to me, what I literally read when I look at this is unexpected new financial opportunity, or unexpected income stream, or unexpected monies coming in from somewhere, from some kind of new situation. There's a new opportunity or a new start here. So so I don't know. There's some kind of unexpected monies that are coming in here. So be on alert for that. Third house has to do with Gemini energy. This is your communications with people, messages that are coming in, short journeys, could have to do with siblings. It could have to do with technology. Also, if you're self-employed, this could have to do with your business. Now, this is interesting because you have Osiris, which is definitely a card of stability, trusting your own judgment, being solid. But you have it with the Fool. So the Fool is about taking a risk. So this suggests to me that if you're thinking about taking a risk with a business, or if you're thinking about, you're thinking about doing, thinking about making a judgment about some kind of message or communication that you've received or something like that. This kind of indicates that the Fool would indicate to me that you have an opportunity and you should go for it. I mean, the fact that I'm also seeing that over here in the second house, this could be something financial or business oriented for at least some of you. And I don't know. I feel like the message here is there's something that you need to go for. There's going to be some opportunity, and and you are in a solid enough position. You can rely on yourself and your judgment to be able to take that risk. The fourth house is Cancer energy, and this has to do with your home and your environment. And wow, you've got the 10 of Cups with the twins. So this can indicate a very significant relationship for some people. I mean, a 10 of Cups is definitely, there is a family vibe to this card. And the fourth house is the house of Cancer, the home and environment. So this could indicate a happy family situation, or at least just a happy relationship with somebody. Either way, there's definitely this idea that your security that you're definitely going to be happy being with other people right now. Or this may be about bringing people into your home. There's definitely this sense of community. This is a card of wishes granted. So I don't know. For some of you, you could be moving in with somebody, and it could be exactly what you want, or they could be moving in with you. I don't know. There's definitely this sense of partnership connected to the home, and this idea of feeling very satisfied, not just for you personally, which would be the 9 of Cups, but this is more of a community or a family situation. The fifth house has to do with Leo energy, and this is creativity, projects. It can also have to do with love affairs, if that applies to you, and also children. And we have Nephthys here. So Nephthys shows up when there's something that has not happened yet, or there's information you don't have, and you have it with the Justice card. So to me, I mean, for some people, this could have to do with a legal situation, but Justice for me has to do with, I don't know, like the truth of a situation that needs to come out. When I see it with Nephthys, it's almost like there's a truth you don't have yet. So again, this could have to do with a love affair, like maybe you've met somebody and maybe there's something about them you need to find out that you don't know. It could have to do, again, it could have to do with a child as well. But I think if you're talking about a creative situation, it could just be that something that you maybe want to embark on or do or put out there. There's information that you need to wait on. So, and again, for some people also, it could have to do with your child. If you may have a child who's waiting on a particular situation. And again, this would be saying wait until you have all the facts on something. Sixth house is Virgo. That's your house. And this has to do with your health, with your job. When I say job, I mean job as opposed to career. Like it's a house of service. Sometimes has to do with domestic animals. And it's also a house of worry and anxiety, which unfortunately, sometimes that's an aspect of your sign, mainly because your sign is very kind of organized and detail oriented. And there's a certain amount of anxiety that can go along with that. So, okay, this is interesting because you have Buckle of Isis and you have the 6 of Swords. So 6 of Swords can indicate a literal move or a journey. So some people perhaps might be changing jobs or they might be moving. But I think in this particular house, I feel more like it's a move away from anxiety of some kind. Buckle of Isis for some people, for some women here, and again, this only take it as it resonates or if it applies, but for some people, this could indicate health problems that are connected to either hormones, or it could be like menopause or some other female-related problem. Usually it's connected to Buckle of Isis. If you are having some kind of a health issue, it's something, I'm not a doctor, and this is not medical advice, but it's something you might want to look into if that's been an issue. But if it doesn't have to do with that, then this has to do with something that you need to give up in order to kind of move into calmer waters for yourself. So there could be something. It could be giving up a job. It could be changing your health habits. It could be, if you giving certain thing up will alleviate a particular worry. Now, 7th house is the house of relationships, significant relationships. And here we have, when I say significant, I mean legalized. So it could be a business partnership, it could be a marriage. So this could have to do with your spouse if you're married. If you're not married, this could just have to do with another type of significant partnership. And indeed, here we have the winged disc. So this could mean if there's been issues with the partner, that they will be resolved. This indicates a clarity of situation. It can also indicate a successful partner for some people. And you have it with the 7 of Cups. So 7 of Cups, for some people, this could literally mean meeting a successful partner online. It could also mean having options in that sense. But 7 of Cups, I don't know. I feel like with the winged disc, it's a card of confusion. And winged disc would be about overcoming that confusion. So if there's a situation that's going on that feels confused, or you're not really sure what's going on, you will have some clarity coming in on that. Okay, 8th house. 8th house, wow. Okay, this is the house of transformation. It's Scorpio energy. And in addition to transformation and the things connected to that, this also has to do with other people's money. And this is interesting because you have Earth with the 6 of Pentacles. So this literally implies like either a gift or an inheritance or some kind of money coming in from some other person. Okay, because when I see Earth in the 8th house, that it literally almost implies a legacy or a gift. Now, I don't want to project, obviously, if you're not in a situation where that makes sense, if there's nobody who's leaving you anything and, and what that might imply, then this could just be that there is going to be some kind of a financial support or gift coming in from somewhere. To see these two cards together, I definitely feel like there's something, but it doesn't have to be a legacy. It can just be a gift of money from somebody as well. 9th house. Okay, this is Sagittarius energy. This has to do with long distance travel. It can have to do with higher ed as well. And we have the 9 of Rods and we have water. Okay, so for some of you, water in the 9th house literally means a journey across water. Okay, it can literally mean that you are going someplace. If you are not making a journey, then water would indicate that there's going to be some kind of a change or movement here. Somebody could be going to college, okay, because this is the house of colleges and universities. There could be a journey that involves water there. It can also mean that there's going to be a flow, shift, or change in your beliefs or your belief structure. And you have it with the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands is about not giving up on something or being very vigilant about something. But the 9 of Wands energy is actually very, very draining. It's the person who's just kind of, standing there and just watching and waiting for something to happen. And I don't know, with the water card, that would imply to me that there is going to be some kind of a movement or change. But I do feel like somebody is watching for something or waiting for something to happen, or maybe there are changes that are going on and you feel the need to to stay where you are, to not give up what you're doing or what you're thinking. If someone's in school and having issues, it could be that they may be worn out and drained, and maybe there's a need to just stand their ground and do what they have to do. This can also have to do with legal matters too, the 9th house. So I don't know. This also, if that resonates, this can also have to do with some situation that you want to come to an end, and that there's going to finally be movement on it. 10th house has to do with Capricorn energy. This has to do with your home, with your reputation, your career, and that kind of thing. And you've got, okay, so we've got Bastet, the Bast card, and then we have Temperance. And Temperance is, okay, so this is kind of nice. This indicates kind of a sense of playfulness and enjoyment here, with Temperance bringing in peace and balance. So this would seem to indicate your career or a career situation, bringing balance, or bringing some kind of happiness. And if you're somebody who's not working, say you're retired or something like that, this could just mean that through whatever it is that you feel, it puts you out there, that whatever you feel I don't like the word life purpose, but I think you understand what I mean. Whatever it is that you feel you need to spend your time doing, that this is where you're going to find solace and peace right now, is in your work, whatever that is for you. 11th house, this is Aquarius energy. And so Aquarius has to do with your friendships. It has to do with networking, and also with your hopes and wishes. And yeah, speaking of networking, we have the Three of Cups. So there may be a get-together of friends. There could be a reconciliation with somebody. And we have it with Pyramid. So Pyramid indicates a test situation. So I don't know whether it's going to be you're going to have a friend who tests you, whether or not this means you are going to, with regard to your hopes and wishes and what you want, if something's going to be tested. But to see it with here, I don't know. I feel like this could be a test that may be coming from a third party or from somebody in your friend group. But nonetheless, whatever this test is, it's something that you will, it'll be fine in the end. But there does seem to be this sense of something where maybe you're going to have to watch what you say or do, or be a little careful about something. I don't know, but there definitely seems to be this socializing aspect, and yeah, maybe if you're an introvert, you might feel like that's a test in and of itself. Okay, 12th house, we have Pisces energy. Now we have Anubis here, okay? Now, sometimes Anubis in the 12th house can indicate a period of hospitalization, and I'm not saying that to freak anybody out, because obviously if you don't have anything like that scheduled, or maybe you know somebody who might, then that would mean if that happens to be the case. Now, this is not predicting that you're going into the hospital. This is just basically saying if you have something like that set up for you, then that means everything's going to go well and be safe. So that's the good news there. But this can also have to do with, I don't know, Anubis has to do with protection, and 12th house is the house of fear. So you may be feeling a need to protect yourself, and of course you're seeing it with the Tower. And the Tower indicates, I think you're afraid that something's going to just come crashing down, because the Tower has to do with something going on behind the scenes. So maybe there's like a facade of everything being okay, but this may be a fear that everything's actually going to be in crisis and be a disaster. And there may be a mental tendency to try to protect yourself from that. But it's showing up more in the house of fear. I'm not seeing anything very strongly here that says that, that something that you may be anticipating is going to be a disaster is actually going to be a disaster. I think it's just a matter of, if anything, the Tower reveals truth, okay? So there may be truths that we need to, anything that happens that may seem initially like a disaster is probably something that's going to put us on the right path. So overall, we have the Sirius card, and Sirius is about thinking outside the box. This could mean that you're going to be very busy. Sirius tends to come up when we've got to endure something, when we've got work to do of some kind. So just be aware that is a thing, that is a situation. And we have this with the Queen of Swords and the Five of Cups, with two cards wanted to come out. So yeah, this is definitely a sense of needing to see a situation very clearly, having clarity on something, and also letting go of the past, not letting past sorrows and situations influence you in the present and influence what you're doing. So yeah, so that is your reading for this week. I hope you have a very good week, and I hope I will see you next week. So until then, take care.